We originally started with these, which we're still using. So it's just an old paint drum, and we've just cut open the paint drum and then put in a little grid and a rack. And instead of using firewood, which you could also use in here, we make our own fuel, which are these firebricks. And it's just newspapers and sawdust and egg cartons and any other kind of waste material. And we mash them in water, and then we use the water on our compost. And then we compress it using a brick maker. But you can use anything to compress it. You can make your own compressor. And then these ones you just put in the bottom here. And then you would light it. You would need to have a little bit of newspaper to get it started. It's just like a piece of wood. You couldn't just... And then you have your kettle, and what's great about these is that basically the flame goes around your kettle. So you don't have an open fire with your flame going out, you have your fire going
Focuses
around.
it.
And this, honestly, I think is really where it doesn't cost anything. People can make these for free. It's rubbish, so we're reusing. It doesn't require people to change their culture and tradition 100% like a solar cooker does. This is actually just adapting. You can make it
modifying,
modifying. And you save so much fuel.
And I mean, it's also good for us in the village.
Yeah.
When it's raining, you can't make the fire outside.
Yeah, you can do it exactly. Yeah. And you know how much you'd use so much less wood. And you don't really need wood. You make your own.
So that time also the wood might be raked also.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is a way to recycle newspapers, all the other things that you use, the refuse, without taking a natural resource or using wood.
You put them all together in a bowl, and you rip them, and you put them in the bowl, and you mash it, right, with some water, so it becomes soft. And then when you have it, it's like oats porridge or like pap. And then you pour it into some kind of container where there's a sieve, right? And that water, you then catch it and reuse it for something. Right?
You can put it back in the toilet also.
Yeah, exactly, back in the toilets, whatever.
And you just compress this down until it...
And then you let it dry.
Sort of like making elephant dung paper.
Exactly. You can use elephant dung as well. And that's where we have this drying rack over there. And so that's where we now put the fire bricks to dry, so that they can get dried from all sides. And it's a quick drying. We also recently now built these fuel efficient stoves using bricks, just to also test the differences. And now when we have 40 children and we want to make, for example, mealie pup for breakfast, then it's a little bit, then we have to have so many small pots for these. So instead we have a large pot, and then we can easily make it. And we're also testing the natural stone in the area. So this one is just a test to see how
And what's it put together with, concrete? Or?
It's concrete, but it's very little. I mean, it's actually mostly the natural stone. But we don't know how long it will last. I mean, it's already cracked here. But we'll see. This one is a little... So we'll see how long that lasts, because this obviously would also not cost people a lot of money. It's very little cement, and it's just a collection of the natural stone in the area.